7 times, which puts him in some elite company with the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys lost one key player, but good news, salary cap expanding next season, of which Micah Parsons gave us the LFG when he quote tweeted our Dan Graziano. The cap will have increased by more than $53 million over the next 2 years. Okay, so we're going to play a game with Bill Barnwell, Fit the Bill. You're going to give us a 5-step plan for the Dallas Cowboys to fix them. I'm impressed you can do it in 5 steps. So fit the bill, starting with 1. Bill Barnwell, take it away.
Number 1, we are re-signing Micah Parsons. This one is easy. He's one of the best defensive players in football, and we're actually going to reduce his cap hit from $24 million on his 5th-year option when we do re-sign Micah Parsons. You're starting there on the defense. Obviously, he's going to get a big contract, but you want to keep your stars around. Dak, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons are your 3 stars on the defensive side of the football. Number 2, we are moving to add some salary cap space here. We're going to restructure Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. This is going to create, this is not an exaggeration, this is going to create $60 million in cap space for the Cowboys. Those guys are sticking around. They're your core. Whether Cowboys fans like it or not, Dak Prescott's going to be there for years to come.
Whether you like it or not.
Parsons restructure, we're looking at probably $65 million in cap space. That's a lot of money to work with, and we're going to need it for steps 3, 4, and 5 in this plan. Step 3 for the Cowboys. We are adding help at receiver. All the moves they've made have not worked, haven't invested much in the draft. Since CeeDee Lamb was taken in the 1st round, their moves with the veterans. They moved on from Amari Cooper. They traded, or they got rid of a bunch of, Brandon Cooks traded for. They got Michael Gallup and re-signed him. That didn't work. Adding a Deebo Samuel to the mix gives a big body, physicality the Cowboys have not had in their offense in several years. He's tormented the Cowboys himself. Deebo Samuel would be a great addition as the number 2, not the number 1, but the number 2 next to CeeDee Lamb. Number 4, the offensive line needs to be replenished now, especially after Zake Martin was retired. Running back, I know Cowboys want to add a guy. Maybe they draft someone. Rico Dowdle's been good, 12th in rushing yards, 4.6 yards per carry last year. But there's a big hole in that offensive line, which is 27th in spending and cash next year. I would look at Trey Smith, that star Chiefs guard, a plug-and-play replacement for Zake Martin, a big body, a great run blocker in the interior. Cowboys teams have always been good when they have good offensive lines. And then you flip it. Number 5, this is not the sexiest option, but we're looking at the defensive line and that defensive tackle rotation. We're looking at pieces here who are going to help us in short yardage. Last year, the Cowboys were not just the worst red zone defense in football, they were the 4th worst red zone defense of the last decade.
Damn.
That's what happens when you cannot stop the run in short yardage. These are not going to be big names. You're looking at guys like Poona Ford from the Chargers, guys who are going to be big bodies, occasionally make plays on the passing game, but who are going to hold up against the run, the Morgan Foxes of the world. Build that depth, build that defensive line, and get the Cowboys strong on the line of scrimmage to help get them back to where they were at their peak.
Oh, that's it? Okay. 5-step plan.
That's it. We just fixed the Cowboys.
All right, well,
That's take up the whole show.
that's all they have to do.
That's all?
That's
Then I
it.
think they're well on their way. D. Wood.
Yeah.
So I would love to get into all 5 of those, but Bill Barnwell did a great job of it.
Yeah.
So maybe add number 6. Like, what do you want to see Jerry Jones do this offseason to get them back into the conversation?
Well,
Get rid of
Bill
Jerry
had
Jones.
already referenced it. When the Cowboys were good, they were elite in the trenches. So I would start. How about impending free agent and Trey Smith, the guard from the Kansas City Chiefs? You know, when you look at the Kansas City Chiefs offensive line, it was really the interior that was the elite part of that offensive line. So bringing in a guy like Trey Smith to help fortify the Cowboys' interior, their offensive line, I think will go a long way towards rebuilding and reestablishing a line of scrimmage with the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, because when you look at their heyday recently, and by heyday I mean winning the division, making the playoffs, Zake Martin, who just retired, he was out there. They always drafted up front back in the teens of the 2000s and Jeff Darlington. That made them contenders year in and year out for that division. It just hasn't been that way. So in your mind, how close are the Cowboys to going with the 5-step plan and being contenders?
Wow, close. Okay, here we go.
Nothing about their last off seasons have suggested that they're willing to be that aggressive. So it's more of a show me situation. Don't tell me about it. I mean, like that was a wonderful presentation, but I felt like I was back in the 8th grade history class where like halfway through it, I was like literally looking down at my phone, scrolling. It was wonderful. It was very interesting, but I just realized, oh my God, the Cowboys have a lot to do.
Enough of that. What's up, good people? Remember about good old Bet US. I know the football season's over, but you can still bet on spring baseball. Camps are opening up. You got basketball. You got hockey. You've got World Cup soccer coming up this summer. You've got it all. Casino games. Make sure you use the promo code YouTube150. That's right, YouTube150. So that way you can get your bet on and get matching on your first, second, and third deposits of up to $2,000. And if you do crypto, you can get 200% matching. So bet responsibly by not betting on the Cowboys and bet with Bet US. What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here on this Friday night. We are knee-deep into the offseason. I see Mobo is here. This is ESPN just stroking Jerry's ego and making Cowboys kind of happy. How's it making Cowboys kind of happy? I don't understand, because basically they literally have just said that the Dallas Cowboys don't do shit. They literally did. They're putting us out on blast that the Cowboys do not do shit. Let's be real here. The Cowboys and free agent spending since 2016, the whole time that Dak Prescott has been the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, the 9 years, my God, I can't believe it's been 9 years. 9 years that I have been doing here, YouTube, that we have not done shit in free agency. The biggest free agent contract that we've made was Gerald McCoy in 2020, along with the rest of that class that he tried to bring in here with Clinton Ha-Ha-Dix, with Emerson Griffin, and Don Terry. I'm going to lay my fat ass on the field like Albert Hainsworth. Poe. They don't do shit, but they have to. So today is the new era. Here's the thing. Mean Metal Mike. It's not all Dak's fault, Mark. Believe me, I didn't say it's all Dak's fault. I'm pointing directly at Jerry and Stephen Jones. Jerry and Stephen Jones. There we got Roland's Review. What's up, Roland? First lady in the place with the style and the grace. Dirty Sanchez is in the house. Alan Williams is in the house. Sugar Daddy Williams. Alan Williams and Sugar. Are y'all related? I'm just checking. Sugar Daddy and Alan Williams. Okay. Jeff Lee looking for boobies. Gary Brookwalker. Gil's in the house. Philly D's in the house. World Cup soccer will change the culture of soccer. Let's see. Who else we got? Momo. Hopefully he's not putting out that ass. And we got Kid Cowboy Woke Yusuf in the house. Welcome, everybody, on this Friday night. I know it's the off season, but things are going to get interesting because next week we have the Combine starting on Tuesday. Everybody will descend upon their Agent 9. What's up? He played like shit the last 2 seasons. Who played like shit the last 2 seasons? Are we talking about Dak when he was runner-up MVP a year before this year he got injured? Okay, just checking. Dustin Bosley, what's going on? Mike Rowland. Who? Zake Martin. I don't know. Well, maybe I'm trying. I don't know. Agent 9 said he played like shit the last 2 years. So I am sad. Because now this is a retirement photo. This was the pinnacle of the Dallas Cowboys offensive line in 2014. 10 years ago. Pro Bowl 2014 on the catch no catch season. Probably the best team that we had since the 90s. And now Zake Martin is gone, and the Dallas Cowboys have to figure out how to hold the line. So let's start talking about what we're going to do. Me and Mike found out today I got stage 1 testicular cancer and will be going to Philly for early treatment, Mark, at age 29, rather get cured. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to say Mean Metal. Jet D's mom had brain cancer, a very bad brain cancer. And she went to, I don't know what hospital you're going in Philadelphia, but I'm assuming maybe it's the same one. She went through and had 2 different cancer brain surgeries, I want to say 2 years ago. And she's had a full recovery, and this was not stage 1. So fortunately, it's stage 1. That's early. Stage 1, no, bro, be happy it's stage 1, man. Stage 1 is good. It's not like it's stage 3 or 4, where it's inoperable. So get that treatment, get that chemo. You're going to be good, man. F the combine, the biggest joke in sports. But y'all, it's glory track and field. At Momo, it's the offseason. We're football whores. We want anything related to football. But here's the thing, Momo, that you miss about that. Yes, it's like literally cattle being poked and prodded and looked under the hood. Jerry Jones is going to be there with his tape measure, checking how long the slongs are and everything, right? But the thing about this is, and you should know this, because it was the combine, I believe, that brought you Alex Smith. That move at the combine was them signing Alex Smith to go to Washington. So things happen. A lot of things happen at the combine. We've got the coaches, we've got the scouts, we got the prospects, we got the owners, we got the agents all there. So everybody starts talking. Gil, what you laughing about, man? For real, laughing my ass off. That's a fact, Holmes. No, seriously. And see, no, all jokes aside, let me be clear here. All jokes aside here, because it used to be they say when you turn 50, go ahead and get your colonoscopy. Now they're saying 45. All the shit that we eat, people, it's all the crap. Everything is about making money. Like the plastic containers now. They're finding out, we go out, we order some food, and it comes in that nice plastic container and all that. When that plastic gets hot, it literally disintegrates like microplastics. We got microplastics in the brain, y'all. Okay? The food, it's made so it's genetically modified, so that way the pesticides don't kill it. But it absorbs it, okay? So we're eating that shit. Hell, the damn non-stick pans, okay? That forever chemicals. Keep it from sticking. Well, evidently, it's not sticking to the pan. It's sticking inside of you because it's in there forever. So we get all this stuff that fucks with our system. So getting checked and getting checked early is the key. Literally, I waited till I was 52 to get my colonoscopy, and I'm glad I didn't wait till 53 because I had 8 polyps. 3 of which were 2 centimeters. That's that big, okay? That's seriously a pain in the ass. And after they get that big, they start becoming cancerous, okay? And you don't want that to happen. Had I not gotten that colonoscopy at 52, I probably wouldn't be sitting here today. So, Gil, glad you found out. That's, stage 1, no problem. No problem. My brother had the polyps that actually started breaking through in his intestines where they were cancerous. Fortunately, he found out in time too. They were able to cut them out. He ended up getting radiation and things, and that was 12 years ago. He's good to go. So all jokes aside, get your shit checked out. If something's not right, right, yeah, Bry Guy, even, this is a polyester shirt. It's plastic. Plastic's made from petroleum. It's oil-based, okay? The candles are getting you, the air fresheners, the cleaners. There's so many toxic fumes that are all around us that you can't get away from it. So you try and make the best choices that you can, and just do the best you can, and enjoy each day. So I hope we get a running and have a good time. I'm with you, Jeff. They modify boobies. That's a joke. All right. Well, the silicone, that seriously, that's where they're supposed to be saline, where it's just salt water. But yeah, I like, I'll be real with you. I don't like fake boobies. They just don't look, they don't look right. They just kind of stand. First of all, they're the same size. They just look funny when they're exactly the same. You're supposed to have one a little bit bigger or hanging a little lower than the other one. And then they're like, like that. They don't have that little, they're supposed to have that little, you know what I mean? I'm trying to, that little sag, and guys, you know what I'm talking about, okay? It's just, don't do the fake boobies. And the Brazilian butt lip, no, don't do that shit. No, baby, you look beautiful the way God made you, man. Stop putting all that plastic and silicone and it's not supposed to sit like that. Okay, all right. I hope I have not offended anyone in here. Okay, I'm being serious. Monique asked, "No, I'm being serious. Just no. Have a little hang, okay? I mean, seriously. I mean, I don't know how I got off track, okay? But seriously, I should do a poll. How many of you guys like fake ones? And by all means, listen. By all means, ladies, don't do the fake underwear where it's like padded, okay? I'm so happy. I am so happy that I have my wife, okay? Because this shit that goes on now, it's false advertisement. Honestly, you meet somebody in the club, you take them home. Mark, don't say when you touch a fake boob it's not real. That's trouble. Okay. No, but I mean, no, but between the fake hair, okay, the eyelashes that are, okay, right? You got the padded bras, the padded underwear and everything, right? And all the makeup and everything else. You don't really know what you got. You really don't know. You don't know what you got. You might be, oh man, look at this, and then hold those. Okay, here's my wig. Okay, oh, let me take out the color contacts. Okay, right, and then take out the fuck. You just don't know. I'm just like, you know what? And then all the gold diggers out there now. Not that I ain't got no gold to dig, so I would just be alone, and not being able to have a conversation with the person that we got a text message and things like, oh no, and wait a minute, and then hearing about what they're looking for, pre-date money. Wait, what is that? What is that? I'm supposed to give you money, pre-date money? So that way you can get your hair done, your feet done, and everything. What the fuck? And then some of them want post-date money. What the hell's going on here? Oh shit! Seriously, the more of these crazy stories I hear like this, the happier I am that I got Miss Tracy. I roll over because see, I know when I come home. And when we go to bed and when I wake up, it's going to be the same person. Can you say that about the person that you just met? I tell my wife all the time, baby, I'm so happy I got you. I'm so happy I got you. Even when you mad. And let me say something else too here. Can y'all keep a secret? Seriously, Do not rat me out. Okay? Got to make sure she's not around the corner. But see, when Tracy gets mad, it's very arousing and scary. I'm scared shitless. Okay? When she gets mad, I'm scared. But it's sexy as fuck. I'm seriously. Logan Motorsports, what's up? Jeff Lee said he just loves those boogie. I give them for a date. Wouldn't that be you might be better off. You might be better off actually going for a prostitute. I don't know. I'm just glad, okay. And I wouldn't want to bring any children into the world right now either. So I'm glad my kids are grown. So you're going to tell Tracy, thanks a lot there, Logan. But seriously, she knows. She knows because she'll get mad and I'll just kind of, I'm sorry. I'm real sorry, baby. Okay. All right. There we go. I'm back. Now, Zake Martin puts another big hole and turns another page on the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys have wasted a lot of talent over the years. And I point back to the Joneses. You can say, it's not Jerry. It's the players on the field. Well, you got to have some premier players. Oh, Phillies are good ones. I'm not going to Momo. You do understand that one of my jobs is content. Boycotting the combine is just hurting me. Momo, I don't understand. Hold on. Real question here. You boycotting the halftime show. You're boycotting the Super Bowl. You're boycotting the combine. What the fuck do you watch football for then? You're always talking about Mark cutting the stream in 10 minutes. No. But seriously, Momo, what football do you like? Jeff Lee cost us 20 minutes. Okay. Wasting talent is getting back to them. Okay. Well, Momo, you and your 12 guys have fun boycotting it. I'm going to probably be working in my workshop, so I'll have the TV on, so I'll be doing, combine and all that. Not the combine. Bro, it's the first chance. Now, again, there's workout warriors that everybody's going to get excited about. They're going to run up the board and aren't going to be able to bust a grape in the NFL. But it's something to talk about, bro. It's the silly season. There's nothing else going on but the rent. What else you got to do that's better, Momo? Seriously. That's what I watch. Because you know what? I'm going to say it's kind of like watching the Senior Bowl. See, Momo, 9 years ago, I watched the Senior Bowl, which is not something I do. I don't normally watch. I'm not the college prospect guy. It's hard for me. I just don't have that much time. But I watched the Senior Bowl because the Cowboys coaching staff was the coaching staff. Excuse me. Sorry. The Cowboys coaching staff was actually coaching the Senior Bowl, and everybody was talking about Carson Wentz and that the Cowboys might draft him. And that's why I watched it. But then I saw this kid, Dak Prescott. And see, y'all can give me a hard way to go if you want. I don't care. People can say I'm swinging from Dak's, I got the tape measure like Jerry Jones and things. But it was actually that video when Tony Romo got hurt that got people to start watching my channel. So it's one of those things that I wonder if I never watched the Senior Bowl and did that video about Dak Prescott, would you all be sitting here watching me now? Sliding doors. it's kind of like I applied to 2 schools, JMU and Virginia Tech, right? You know how I just decided on which one to go? I took both of the envelopes and threw up the air and grabbed one, and it said JMU. What if I had caught Virginia Tech and went to Virginia Tech? Help me, Rhonda.
Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night.
What would have happened if I had went to Virginia Tech? If I had caught that other envelope and I didn't meet Tracy, because Tracy was at JMU, would I be sitting here talking to you right now? Was it destiny that we would eventually meet somehow? Or would it be that I would have been married to somebody else? And since I was married to somebody else, I wouldn't be in Waynesboro, where Tracy is from.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
And I wouldn't be talking here with Jeff Lee about boobies and fake ones, because I got no time for fake ones. Okay. All right. The question is, as we go through here, Momo won't be watching the combine, but I will be. My teammate would have been Bruce Smith instead of it would have been Bruce Smith instead of Charles Haley. You're right about that one. Okay. God works in mysterious ways. Yes, it's destiny. Zake Martin being gone is a Pro Bowl, All-Pro offensive lineman that's going to be missed. At this moment, we don't know if D-Law is going to be coming back, but I think it's D-Law and Dak. That's it from the Jason Garrett era. That's it. Unless they bring back Zeke, which I don't think is going to happen. And they've already said they're not bringing back Dalvin Cook, so that's not going to happen. They're both Hall of Famers. Yeah, you're right about that. But I don't think I would have made Virginia Tech's team. Virginia Tech was a lot better than JMU, and they were Division 1A. So it was better that I went to JMU and played football there. So the question is what are the Cowboys going to do in the offensive line? The real question is, because it seems like, Genty is on a weekly basis basically begging to be with the Cowboys. You keep hearing him, I played at the Star. I'm from Dallas. The Cowboys need a running back. I get it, Mark. You have to watch the combine for content. I just feel it means nothing at the end of the day. So, okay, well, Momo, let me ask you then, what do you have to do that's better? Do you have something more exciting to do? I mean, if you got something more exciting to do, okay, cool. Shake him if you got him. Oh, my God. 7 All-Pros, 7 holding penalties it's unbelievable. So if they do get Genty, although they say this draft is full of running backs and we could get a good running back in later rounds, or had we not traded for Trey Lance, we could have gotten a good one last year. But, hey, Mark, do you think you could get to the quarterback one last time? Go Cowboys. Oh, bro, as a football player, you always feel like you got one more play in you. You always feel like you have one more play. But at this point, the only play I have is clogging the hole. Literally, on the snap of the ball, just hit to the dirt, just let him run over me. That's the best thing. That's the best I can do at this point with this 59-year-old body and 6 knee operations underneath it. D-Law, if he can stay healthy, will put in work still. I hope he stays. Well, at the moment, he is part of the dead money hit of $7.5 million for him, and he has no guaranteed money, and he is a free agent. So we don't know. Now, you say he can put in, if he can stay healthy. That's a big if, because at this point, as you get older, it's harder to stay healthy. And as we saw last year, that foot, which has been a problem for him multiple years, you're not sure if that's going to be able to hold up. The big question will be is how much money would it take to keep him? That I can't answer. Trip Pace, how is Steele's knee, and do you trust Guyton? Well, if we're looking at the offensive line, right now our new offensive line coach is basically saying that Guyton has the build, the size, and the strength. He just needs to play more and get coached more. So it sounds like they're going to continue to keep Guyton at left tackle. Terrence Steele is like an enigma. And I think Zake Martin going almost guarantees that Terrence Steele's coming back, because I don't think the Cowboys want to replace two offensive linemen like they did last year. Black Eye Alert, shaking authentic boobies. You're a mess, Rhonda. Oh, my goodness. Where's my Cowboys and NFL sisters at? I don't know where everybody's at tonight. I was like, man, it's kind of slow. Lord Van, the day Mark fell in love. Yes, y'all still close to the Eagles. Martin was y'all's best lineman. He was until this year. This year he could never really get on track because he had back issues and he had the ankle issues. Regina Green, what's up? Shout out to Regina.
What a night.
So Terrence Steele is an enigma. Terrence is a much better run blocker than pass blocker. And see, there's things, there are things that you do better than others. Everybody has things that they do better of, okay? So when I played defensive line, I was kind of small, okay? I was like 220 pounds playing nose. What I was good with was I was fast. I ran a 4.6. And so my move that I could do really well and beat most of the centers was by basically doing a jab step and ripping. And that would be is like I would take a step to the left, I would dip my shoulder, and literally you're punching because you're giving him a small target and you're basically shooting in between the guard and center. It's great with that. My problem was I sucked at taking on double teams. I was too light in the ass. When I tried to drop the anchor, I was basically launched back there with safety. So you have things that you do better with. And so when you got a guy like Terrence Steele is like a road grader. He is great at actually run blocking. His numbers put him up there as some of the better right tackles as a run blocker. The problem is when he's pass blocking. And because the Cowboys constantly kept passing the football with Mike McCarthy's offense, especially with Dak Prescott, because they basically said, we don't need no stinking running back. We got Dak. We're just going to throw Dak the CD, Dak the CD, Dak the CD. You constantly put Terrence Steele on an island where the defender, every play, he's thinking about how he's setting the guy up. And you have to think of pass blocking as more defensive. Run blocking is more aggression. I'm putting all my weight on my hand and I'm firing out. Pass blocking, I'm stepping up and I'm waiting for that guy to make a move and I got to counter it. It's two totally different things. If the Cowboys are more balanced, as in we're coming out in 12 personnel, sometimes we're going to run out of that. Sometimes we're going to pass out of that. Then Terrence Steele will be more effective as a pass blocker because the defender is not in his mind keying on knowing I'm going to pass rush. He's going to have hesitation because he's going to read, is he firing out on me or is he setting up? That will help Terrence Steele. Terrence Steele's knee, I think, is okay. So that's your two tackles. I'm not sure if Guyton can take a leap next year or if we want to push him off a bridge. I don't know. But it seems like the new coach seems to like him, thinks he just needs a whole lot of work. Not great necessarily on the tackles, but that may be what we have. Tyler Smith, best offensive line we have. And I dare say, early today when I was riding, I was talking about the Cowboys need to go ahead and get him signed this year. This year. Because right now you've got time where you can kind of can kind of hide some of the money, and you're paying him because you have this year that's only $4.5 million. Basically, he's still getting that money and then the signing bonus money. But what you're actually paying him is you're not going to start paying him on that money till next year on the cap and the year after, but you're signing him in this year's money. This year's franchise tag for interior offensive linemen is $23 million. Last year it was 20.8. So it went up a couple of $1 million. You sign him now, you're probably going to save over 4 years $8 million. Doesn't sound like a lot, but if you do that with 3 or 4 guys, all of a sudden you've got more talent coming in. And this is one of the tricks that the Eagles have. If you looked at the Eagles last year, they got Devontae Smith signed. They got, A.J. Brown signed. They went through and they signed everybody, and they kicked the money down the road when they know that the salary cap is going to continue to go up. So those are the things that we don't do to help our team. Now, I love Cooper Beebe at center. I think Cooper Beebe is a beast at center. And since he only gave up 3 sacks as a rookie, hubby went to pick up the best fried catfish in town. The old lady in there loves him. I pimp him out to get more free fish. Oh, damn, Rhonda. Oh, man.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Damn. Okay, get your catfish on. There's a major problem in the division as an interior lineman. Cowboys unlucky with injuries, losing an offensive lineman like Martin. More resources there now. Well, they're going to have to. I still think you got Brock Hoffman, who, for the games he played in relief for Zake Martin, actually, he's very aggressive. Very, very aggressive. And you like his tenacity. Cooper Beebe, I think, is great at center. Tyler Smith is okay. So truly, the strength at the moment is your interior of your offensive line. Now, the Cowboys may want to move on from Terrence Steele because he's an $18 million cap hit. You can restructure him and save about $8 million off of this year. I'm sorry, $9 million off of this year's cap. Or you could cut him and save, if you make him a post-June 1st cut, save $13 million and get somebody else. Tony Douglas. Tony, I am debating on training camp. I'll be real with you. Look, what you get at training camp versus what it costs. I'm not sure that it's really worth it. Now, I'll check with you guys and see about the content that we had, but to think about, especially flying right now, I'll be real with you. I ain't crazy about flying right now. Anybody else with me? A little worried about hopping on a big old jet airliner? My friend Michelle, that shit was crazy. She was supposed to be in at 3 o'clock. They kept delaying the flight. And she was supposed to fly into Reagan National. When they finally did get up, they said, we can't go to Reagan National. We're going to go to BWI. Then they said, we can't go to BWI. We're going to go to Dulles. This is all while they're in the air. It's a 2-hour flight. Then they said, we can't go to Dulles. We're going to Richmond International Corridor. Then they said, we can't land there. We're going to have to go to Norfolk. She finally got to Norfolk at like 7 o'clock. They were in the air for like 5 hours. So I'm not sure I want to fly out to California. Be that as it may, with every year, the Joneses, it seems like you get less access and you spend more money. The only way you can guarantee that you're going to get access is spending $300 a day to be in the VIP section. $300 a day. If you want to bring your kids there and be on the fence line and maybe get a chance for an autograph, it is $22 a day per person to be on the fence line. Another $15 to park. Not to mention the price of gas in California, the car rental, because you got to drive from LAX to Oxnard. If it were just me, it would be a couple $1,000s. But we take the wife, which means you got to stay at a better place. It gets to be a lot of money. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. It was great, but don't get me wrong. Hanging with Law, nothing but the best. The landlord, seeing Simon Says. Simus, shout out to you. What's going on, buddy? I hope you're doing good. I got to get with you again, Simus, because I tell you what, man. You know what? Whenever I see you, Simus, it reminds me of the movie Life, okay? Eddie Murphy and all that Life. Just sitting on the porch talking shit about the good old days of the Dallas Cowboys and things. But I'm with you on that. Oxnard, it's not that great an experience. It's one, there's no guarantee that you're actually going to see anything in practice because they changed the schedule up so much. And two, they don't practice more than 3 days in a row. So, I mean, Law's got it made. Law goes, he stays for the whole 2 weeks and things like I ain't got it like that. It's not a great ticket. Well, everything's overpriced. But back to the offensive line here. So the question begs is, I think the interior of the offensive line could be pretty good with Tyler Smith, with Cooper Beebe getting another year on him, and possibly Brock Hoffman. Now, you could, if you're holding on to Terrence Steele and you're not quite sure if Tyler Guyton is the guy, you could take Tyler Smith and put him at left, bring in Nassim Richards at left guard, Cooper Beebe, Brock Hoffman, and Tyler Smith and Terrence Steele and Tyler Guyton basically trying to figure out who's going to be the starter, who's going to be the swing tackle. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm not looking and saying that that's going to be one of the best offensive lines of football. I think you're going to need more help than what we have that's on the roster right now. And I think what they really need to do is they're going to need to get themselves a quality starting veteran offensive lineman. It may be better to look at a guard than left tackle because left tackle is going to cost you a fortune. But I think they definitely need to get somebody else in there. So that way, if somebody does get hurt, then you've got Tyler Guyton, who could be a swing guard or tackle, or Terrence Steele. And it gives you a little more flexibility. I want to let go of Terrence Steele like Teddy Pendergrass. I'm not sure that, I think... Here was the thing. It's kind of like I talk about B.I., Micah Parsons, before the injury this year versus A.I., okay, which was after his injury. When the Cowboys ended up having Cooper Rush playing quarterback, they ran the ball more. We got more effective running the football more. And Terrence Steele played better the second half of the season than he did the first half. And again, that's a product of the Cowboys being more balanced, where he's not constantly having to pass block. He is a much, much better run blocker than he is pass blocker. And if you do more running, you mixing in the pass with it, he'll be more effective as a pass blocker. So at the moment where, you say I just want to get rid of that guy, what I don't understand is you got this $1 billion facility in Fresno, and you go to Oxnard. You know what the problem is on that, though, Simus, I think? You're right. They have the $1 billion facility, which is great training inside. They got the cafeteria where they charge the players for eating there, whether they eat there or not. But the problem is the outdoor fields, I think they worry about tearing up the grass. That's what I was told, that they want to, because of the heat in the summer in Texas and everything else, that they go to Oxnard, get all the heavy work and stuff done there. It keeps the grass field outside better for them for the season. That was one of the reasons I was told. That, and you also have to think about, it's about spreading the Cowboys, because I don't think any other team has as many open practices as the Dallas Cowboys. Eagles don't have every practice open. The Commanders don't have every. Cowboys, you can go pretty much every practice and watch them and have all this access. The funny thing, though, I'll be real with you. I'll be 100% real. I went to my first training camp in 2012, and it was totally different than what it is now. This year, during the week, it was like a ghost town, man. I would say there were more family members there watching than there were during the week than fans watching, for the most part. No, I'm not going to Green Bay. No. I would love to go to the draft. But Green Bay, that is the dumbest thing the NFL did, putting it there, because they don't have enough hotel space. You're going to get a couple 100,000 people descending on an area that has hotel space for like 50,000. And so people are renting their houses for $5,000, $6,000. The Days Inn is $1,000 a night. It's insane what it's going to cost to be in Green Bay for the draft. I'm hoping, because the next year it's going to end up being in Pittsburgh. I don't know that Pittsburgh has as much hotel spaces and things as well. So that might not be a cheap ticket either. When it comes to O-line, look at Truss from Georgia, Jack Nelson, Wisconsin as possible sleepers. All right, let me write that down there, Simus. Truss from Georgia and Jack Nelson from Wisconsin. So, Simus, what do you think about Genty taking him early? For me, looking at Genty, I'm trying to trade back and get him if at all possible. I don't know that anybody is looking to spend a 12, pick higher than 12 to get Genty. I think the Cowboys, if they really have their sights set on that, they might be able to move back, get himself an extra pick, and be able to pick him out that way. Dem Boys Kicks, what's up, man? How are you doing today? You gonna pay? No, hell no, I'm not. Ron, I told you that. Ron, I'd stay, if I was gonna do Green Bay, I'd stay at your house and drive the hour and a half each day to the draft, man. Ain't no way in hell. Even if I had money like that, no. Because I'm gonna tell you, it was cold as shit in Detroit for the draft this past year. Green Bay is gonna be even worse, man. That's no, not at all. Genty is a beast. He is, but the thing is I'm kind of like Emmitt Smith is right, that we have to, we need to talk. Well, why I got to talk to a Commanders fan? What, Momo? What do we got to talk about? I tell you what, I don't know that I locked in your phone number. Text me. I know you still got mine, so that way I have it again. Chris Gomez, Mark, the Cowboys Nation sucks. We cannot win the Super Bowl with the Great Wall to Tyron Smith, Zake Martin, and Travis Frederick. Sad. Well, Chris, here's the thing I'll say about that. We did have the Great Wall of Dallas, but unfortunately, we never had the great defense to go with it when we had the heyday. And that Great Wall started to crumble once Travis Frederick got hurt. Actually, I will say that wall started to crumble in 2017 when Tyron Smith started to break down. You'll remember the Chaz Green game where we literally gave up 8 sacks. That season, God, there were so many problems that season. That season was the season that we had Zeke Elliott, his second season, where he was being suspended by the NFL for 6 games. And before he got suspended, they kept having to go back and forth to New York to, with the court, hearing with the NFL back and forth and all. That whole season was just a pooch screw. And then you end up having then coming up Travis Frederick going down, and we never really got the center position together between Looney and Biotish and things. We just kept throwing bodies in there, and we were never really great again at the center. Zake Martin was always good, but Tyron Smith, from about 2020, he averaged like 7 games a season. And so it hasn't really been right. That was 2017. It was Zeke's second year that he was suspended, and that's when Tyron Smith started breaking down. And I want to say, wasn't it 2018 when Travis Frederick got – yeah, it was, because that's when I lost my channel. 2018 is when we lost Travis Frederick, because that's when they shut down my other channel. Mark, I think our offensive line is good. It was 3 rookies on the line. 3 rookies and Terrence Steele. But the question is going to be, though, is Tyler Guyton. Tyler Guyton, man, he gave up 9 sacks and I think, was it 13 penalties? And he had a problem being, I think the shift from him going from the right to the left, guys could always beat him on the inside. Because I think he was used to stepping the other way. He was on the right side, so he was used to having that pressure coming from this side. He goes to the left side, he's not used to that. And it's just like they keep crossing his face and beating him down. Sugar Daddy, I always liked Ron Leary. Ron Leary was pretty good. Chris May, Rhonda, on Facebook, I need an opinion on my for my video on my channel. They shut down Law Nation and yours. Yeah, oh my God, that was heartbreaking when they did that. Well, again, them boys kicked. They played better because we ended up not constantly passing the football. We were more balanced and kept people off their game, where they had to actually play defense, and they had to read whether we were passing or running. I can kind of agree with you on putting Guyton back at right tackle, but I almost think that maybe you end up putting Tyler Smith at left tackle. Because the problem with getting a left tackle in the draft is now we got the learning curve all over again. I'd like to see if BB can play right guard if he's more comfortable at center. Well, he was a guard in college. This is the first time he played, actually, other than 3 games, played center. I actually thought he played pretty good at center. Now, you could move him back to guard and have Brock Hoffman at center, because originally they didn't think that Cooper Beebe was going to be starting. They thought that Brock Hoffman was going to be our starting center, but Brock Hoffman got hurt in training camp, and it kind of opened the door for Cooper Beebe, and once he got in there, he never relinquished that position. So I'm okay with either of those two there. Philly D, ew. You know I'm a proud overthinker. It turns my husband on. Okay. I'd like to see okay. Cooper Beebe at guard. Mark, you're right. Travis Frederick and yeah, he had the Hillian-Barr syndrome, man. Because I will always remember that, because I did 3 videos about it, and that's what I lost my channel for. So that was 2018. And after that time, Zake Martin was always good. There was never a problem with Zake Martin. But you lost Travis Frederick, and then you had Tyron Smith constantly having problems. Tyron Smith had back issues, so every offseason he was in California getting worked on. And definitely, Simus, I think I still have your number. Definitely. We can definitely shoot the shit on that. Appreciate you stopping by. Choke the chicken. There we go. We're going to take it easy on the chicken tonight. It's the off season. He's resting for next year. But I'm excited, though. Unlike Momo's not excited about the combine. I'm excited to see some of these guys and to see if the Cowboys actually get these deals done. Because more than anything else, it would behoove the Cowboys to go ahead and get Micah Parsons squared away. Do I expect them to get it done before the league year starts? Probably not. But it would be a good signal for us, the fans, to finally see, okay, they're actually putting in some work. And like I was saying earlier, I would actually like to see them work on getting Tyler Smith's deal done this year. Don't wait until next year when it's going to cost more and he's got to do this whole holdout thing. Let's start running this thing like we're a football organization worried about winning. My hope is we got embarrassed enough this year, and knowing that we got to chase Momo and his crusty ass and the Commanders and the Eagles, that they're going to have to actually go out here and try and really make a difference. Fans are pissed off, more than ever, and they've got to do something to win them back. Hubby and I play scare pranks on each other. He pisses me off, which turns him on. It's a sad day. Okay. Scare pranks turns him on. Okay. Y'all kinky over there. Which free agents do I think we need to sign? Interesting with Osa and Digazua. I want Osa back because Mark Jinx Holmes with that clucking chicken, I warned y'all. I'd really like to get Osa back, but I knowing the Cowboys, that if he's a $20 million guy, they probably will look and say we might be better off spending the resources on a couple of guys. I just don't see them re-signing Osa. Definitely you got to bring back Rico. I definitely want to bring back Goldston as well on our team. If you do let Osa go, the problem is, okay, I've got your email, I think, Momo, so I can email you again. Or I think you probably emailed me and gave me your number that way, so it's in there somewhere. If you don't sign Osa, you are really knee-deep in not having defensive linemen, and you're going to have to sign some guys. Mark Holmes of the Cowboys Nation sucks. We can't. Okay, we already read that one. No, he pissed me off, and I'm angry at him and turns him on. So who wins that battle? When you're angry and he's turned on? Then again, I don't want to know.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
Let's address cornerback, though, through the draft or free agency. We definitely need to bring back Rico. Yeah, but Wild Boy, we do have a lot of fifth-round picks. If we're going to take 2 fifth-round picks and try and move up, okay, all right, I got you on that. But you can't really say we're going to get starters as fifth-round picks. We can't get starters usually out of second-round picks. How do we think we're going to get them out of fifth-round ones? Definitely need to bring back Jordan Lewis. And I think Jordan Lewis won't be too expensive. I think Jordan Lewis will still be affordable. John, are you 5 touch? See, you know what? This hurts for me to say this, but we got to stop living in the past of our past 5 Super Bowl rings, man. We've been resting. I think Jerry Jones has been resting on understanding that we got 5 rings and things, right? We need to forge some new ones. We need to start some new history here. We can't keep living on the past. Now, if you go ahead and get Myles Garrett, I'm okay letting Osa go. I'm with you on that one, Kenny. I'm with you on that one. But I don't think the Cowboys are going to give up draft picks and money to do that. I just don't see that. I don't see them giving up 2 number 1s. Trade the second-round picks. We suck at drafting for a reason. Yeah, well, we can go into why we suck on those, but it's basically the Cowboys looking for a bargain in the second round and taking basically scratch and dents. All righty, good people. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get up out of here. I'm going to spend some time with the missus. What?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Did she go, whoop, woo? Wait, I think she went, whoop, woo. Oh, my God. And so I'm going to get my ass out of here. And we got all off season to figure this out. But next week will be big because the Combine is in town. And maybe, just maybe, the Cowboys will do some stuff. And as always, I appreciate you guys. But I got to get out of here.
Can't stand it anymore. I've got to get out of here. I've got to get out of here. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Stewardess, please let me handle this.
I've got to get
Calm down now. Get back to your seat. I'll take care of this. Calm down. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Doctor, you're wanted on the phone. Everything's gonna be all right. Please,
Sister, please, I'll handle this.
yourself.